Dear students, you are welcome in the Education Department at SHAHD Association. Our lesson today is chemical reaction. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more lessons. And don't forget to activate the bell to stay notified. In this session, we have three objectives. We will define a chemical reaction. We will list the evidences of occurrence of chemical reaction. And we will write some examples on chemical reactions. In the Explore section, we saw the difference between melting and burning in terms of what we get. Our lesson today will be about the chemical reaction. As a definition, a chemical reaction is a process during which one or more original substances are used up while one or more new substances are formed. When we say all substances, we say reactants, and the new substances, they are called the products. A chemical reaction is notated as this: A plus B gives C plus D. In this reaction, A and B, they are called the reactants. C and D, they are called the products. Reactants are at the left side of the arrow, and the products are on the right side of the arrow. Now, we will differentiate between chemical change and physical change. In physical change, the identity of matter is not changed. For example, if we melt an ice, it becomes liquid. The identity of ice is water, and the identity of the liquid is also water. Here in this example, the identity of the substance does not change, and this is called physical change. In chemical change, the identity of matter is altered or changed. For example, if we expose iron to oxygen, rust is formed. It has the color on the left side of this picture. The formation of a new substance, which is called rust, is different from the initial one, so the identity is changed. This is chemical change. What are the evidences of occurrence of chemical reaction? Whatever we see one of these evidences, then a chemical reaction occurs. The first one is that the color changes. When we add two substances together and we saw that the color changes, then a chemical reaction occurs, like in this picture. The second one, a precipitate is formed, like in the second picture. When we add two substances, a white precipitate is formed, and this is an evidence that a chemical reaction occurs. The third one, a gas is released. We can see a gas released using bubble test, or if we saw bubbles at the surface of the water, and this is an evidence that a chemical reaction occurs. The final one is the release of heat, like in the final picture. When we get heat, that's an evidence that a chemical reaction is occurred. Now we will take some examples of a chemical reaction. Today we are going to take about combustion, and we will start by the first one, which is called complete combustion. In complete combustion, the supply of oxygen is sufficient. The products are carbon dioxide and water vapor, and the color of the flame is blue. Let's see this reaction. If we added methane and a sufficient amount of oxygen, we'll get CO2, which is carbon dioxide, and water vapor, which is H2O. As we said, at the left of the arrow, they are called reactants, methane and oxygen. And at the right side, the carbon dioxide and water vapor, and this is our products. The color of the flame is blue like in this picture. We'll take another example, but now about incomplete combustion. In this reaction, the supply of oxygen is insufficient. The products are black carbon and water vapor. And the color of the flame is yellow, like this one. If we added methane and oxygen, we will get carbon and water vapor. Methane and oxygen are the reactants. Carbon and water vapor are the products. In this reaction, as we said, the color of the flame is yellow, like in this picture. This is the end of our session today. If you have any questions in the worksheet, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks for watching. If you like this lesson, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more. And don't forget to click the bell to get all updates.